What if the numbers you encounter every day hold a deeper spiritual meaning? Across the world's major religions, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Judaism, certain numbers are believed to bring luck, divine favor, and even cosmic harmony. From the sacred 7 in the Bible to the mystical 108 in Hindu traditions, these digits aren't just random. They're woven into the fabric of faith, culture, and history. Join us on this enlightening journey as we explore the lucky numbers of these 5 religions, uncovering their origins, significance, and the surprising ways they shape lives today. Whether you're a believer or simply curious, this video will open your eyes to the hidden power of numbers. Let's get started. Christianity, the divine symbolism of number. In Christianity, numbers are imbued with divine significance, often reflecting God's perfect order. The number 7 stands out as a symbol of completeness and holiness, appearing throughout the Bible. God created the world in 7 days, as detailed in Genesis, and the book of Revelation mentions 7 churches, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and 7 bowls, linking it to God's ultimate plan. The number 7 also connects to the 7 virtues and, in some traditions, the 7 sacraments, making it a beacon of spiritual perfection. Another key number is 3, representing the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, and reinforced by Jesus' resurrection on the 3rd day, a cornerstone of Christian hope. Many Christians view these numbers as lucky, often choosing dates like the 3rd or 7th for baptisms, weddings, or even house numbers, believing they invite divine favor. Personal anecdotes abound, with some reporting unexpected blessings, like healings or new opportunities on these numbered days, fueling their spiritual resonance. Islam, numerals of faith and order. In Islam, numbers carry deep spiritual weight, drawn from the Quran and Hadith. The number 5 is central, tied to the 5 pillars of Islam. Shahada, declaration of faith. Salah, prayer, zakat, charity, psalm, fasting, and Hajj, pilgrimage. These pillars structure a Muslim's life, and 5 is seen as a foundation of devotion and discipline. The number 19 gains intrigue from Surah Al-Muddathir, 74 or 30, where it denotes the number of angels guarding hell, with some scholars noting mathematical patterns in the Quran, like the 19-letter opening of certain chapters, suggesting divine design. The number 7 also holds sway, with the 7 heavens, Surah Al-Mulk, 67-3, symbolizing cosmic harmony. While Islam discourages superstition, many Muslims find these numbers meaningful, reciting prayers in sets of 5 or 7, or selecting dates with these digits for weddings and business ventures, believing they align with divine will. This blend of faith and numerology reflects Islam's rich spiritual tapestry. Hinduism, the cosmic power of numbers. Hinduism embraces numbers with a mystical flair, rooted in Vedic numerology and mythology. The number 9 is considered exceptionally lucky, representing completeness and eternity as the highest single-digit number. It's linked to the 9 planets, Navagraha, which influence human fate, and celebrated during Navratri, the 9 nights honoring goddess Durga. The number 108, however, is the pinnacle of sacredness, symbolizing the universe. 1 for the one God, 0 for emptiness, and 8 for infinity. This number appears in the 108 beads of a mala, the 108 names of deities, and the 108 steps of many temples, with its mathematical basis tied to the Earth-Sun distance being roughly 108 times the Sun's diameter. Hindus often chant mantras 108 times or choose dates with 9 or 108 for rituals, weddings, and housewarmings, believing these numbers attract prosperity, protection, and divine energy. These practices showcase Hinduism's integration of spirituality and science. Buddhism, numbers on the path to enlightenment. In Buddhism, numbers guide the journey to enlightenment, embedded in the Buddha's teachings. The number 8 is highly auspicious, linked to the Noble Eightfold Path: right view, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration, which lead to nirvana. It also appears in the 8 auspicious symbols, Ashtamangala, such as the lotus and the wheel, believed to bring blessings. The number 4 holds foundational importance through the 4 noble truths: the truth of suffering, its cause, its cessation, and the path to liberation. These truths form the bedrock of Buddhist philosophy. In East Asian Buddhist cultures, 8 is prized for its phonetic similarity to wealth in Chinese, leading to its use in license plates, addresses, and temple decorations, with events often scheduled on the 8th to invite prosperity. Conversely, 4 is sometimes avoided due to its association with death, highlighting a cultural twist on its spiritual meaning, making Buddhist numerology a blend of doctrine and local tradition. Judaism, numbers of life and divine covenant. Judaism infuses numbers with profound meaning, drawn from the Torah, Talmud, and Kabbalah. The number 18 is widely regarded as lucky, corresponding to the Hebrew word chai, meaning life. In gematria, where Hebrew letters have numerical values, chai, chet, adi 8, yud 10, totals 18, making it a symbol of vitality and blessing. Jews often give gifts or donations in multiples of 18 or 18,180 or $1,800 for weddings, bar mitzvahs, or charity, wishing recipients a long life. The number 7 is equally significant, tied to God's creation in 7 days and the 7 blessings, Sheva Brasho, recited at weddings, with the Sabbath as the 7th day of rest. Many Jews select dates with 18 or 7 for life cycle events, believing these numbers carry divine protection. This numerological tradition, enriched by Kabbalistic interpretations, reflects Judaism's deep connection between faith and daily life. Historical roots of lucky numbers. The significance of these numbers has deep historical roots, evolving over centuries. In Christianity, the focus on 7 and 3 traces back to Jewish traditions in the Old Testament, with early church fathers like Augustine enhancing their symbolic roles through allegorical interpretations. In Islam, the Quran's 7th century revelation introduced numbers like 5 and 19, with scholars like Al-Ghazali later exploring their mystical aspects. Hinduism's reverence for 9 and 108 began in the Vedic period, 1500 to 1500 BCE, where astronomical observations merged with spiritual beliefs, as seen in texts like the Rig Veda. Buddhism's emphasis on 4 and 8 emerged from the Buddha's 5th century BCE teachings, later amplified by cultural exchanges along the Silk Road, especially in China. Judaism's numerology, including gematria, developed during the Second Temple period and flourished in medieval Kabbalistic works like the Zohar. These historical contexts show how numbers became sacred, blending divine inspiration with human culture. Cultural impact and everyday practices. These lucky numbers influence modern life in tangible ways. Christians might schedule weddings on the 7th or 3rd, believing it brings divine blessing, while churches might plan 7-day retreats for spiritual renewal. Muslims often structure daily prayers around 5, and some choose dates with 7 or 19 for significant events, seeing them as divinely aligned. Hindus frequently use 108 in rituals, booking venues with 108 seats or chanting mantras that number of times, while 9 is favored for auspicious beginnings. Buddhists in East Asia might invest in addresses or phone numbers with 8 for prosperity, and temples host ceremonies on the 8th to attract good fortune. Jews incorporate 18 into charitable donations and event planning, like weddings on the 18th. These practices, blending ancient faith with modern choices, highlight the enduring legacy of numerology in a globalized world. Though some religious leaders caution against over-reliance on numbers, advocating for deeper spiritual focus. Cross-religious comparisons. Comparing these traditions reveals both unity and diversity. The number 7, sacred in Christianity, Islam, and Judaism, symbolizes divine order. Creation days, 7 heavens, and wedding blessings, likely due to their Abrahamic roots. The number 8 in Buddhism and 9 in Hinduism reflect cosmic cycles, showing an Eastern focus on universal harmony. However, cultural differences emerge. 4, vital in Buddhism for the Four Noble Truths, is avoided in East Asia due to its death association, unlike its neutral role in Hinduism or Judaism. The number 18, unique to Judaism via gematria, stands apart, emphasizing life in a distinct way. These comparisons highlight how shared human quests for meaning manifest differently. enriching the global tapestry of faith. Reflection. Beyond luck to spiritual insight. Do these numbers truly bring luck, or do they point to something deeper? For believers, 7, 3, 5, 108, 84, and 18 are more than lucky charms. They're reminders of faith's core values. A Christian might find solace in a 3 on a tough day, seeing the Trinity's comfort. A Hindu might feel connected chanting 108 times, aligning with cosmic order. A Muslim might draw strength from praying 5 times, a Buddhist from the Eightfold Path, and a Jew from giving $18 for life. Across these traditions, the consensus is clear. True fortune lies in living with compassion, mindfulness, charity, and devotion, not just in numbers. Whether you view them as sacred or symbolic, their role in shaping spiritual lives is undeniable, inviting reflection on our own beliefs. Thank you for joining us on this captivating exploration of lucky numbers in Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism, and Judaism. We've journeyed through sacred texts, cultural practices, and personal stories to uncover the hidden significance of these digits in faith and life. What are your thoughts on this topic? Do you have a lucky number tied to your beliefs or culture?